everybody. This is going to be a quick story time about my experience performing at the Grammys. I know the Grammys are coming up in about a week or so, and actually in a few days. And I thought, I want to go ahead and share my Grammy story. So get comfortable, get a snack, and here we go. It was the 50th annual Grammy Awards that was coming up, and I have been obsessed with the Grammys since I was a little girl. Just obsessed with the actual gramophone, obsessed with the award show, everything that it means to the music community, the whole nine, just completely obsessed. And I was determined, I think it was 2008, I was determined that I was going to be at the Grammys this year. This was going to be my year. I'm going to the Grammys, come hell, high water. If I could just be a Cheeto that is falling to the ground, I am going to be there. So, so that was my determination in the beginning of the year. And I was sitting down on my couch on a Sunday, I believe, watching TV. And a commercial for the Grammys came on. So my thought was, gosh, if they're running commercials, my time is running out. Like it's probably not gonna be this year. And as I started to formulate that thought, well, I guess it's not gonna, something stopped me. And it was like, nope, don't you even say it. Don't you even say it's not too late. And I didn't even finish the sentence within myself. And I said, all right, God, here we go. Let's see. And a couple of days later, I was at my church on a random night, and the choir director, who I did not even know, knew me or knew my name, as I was walking to the parking lot, he started screaming out my name, Ava, Ava! And I said, yeah? And he said, I've been trying to track you down. I've been trying to track you down. I had your name on a list of people to call all day. I've been looking at your name all day and I've been meaning to call you. I said, me? He said, yeah, you, Ava. I've been meaning to call you all day. I said, okay, why? And he said, well, I wanted to know if you wanted to perform at the Grammy Awards. Now, mind you, this is a man that I really didn't even know. He knew my name. So, of course, I was stunned. Absolutely just stunned, flabbergasted, and like, wait. What'd you say? And he said, I want to know if you want to perform at the Grammys. I'm putting together a group of singers to perform at the Grammys, and I want to know if you wanted to be one of them. I said, yes! Oh my goodness! So, I rode home the happiest camper in the world. Just couldn't even believe it. And also to give a little backstory, and it's also in Draw My Life. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll leave a little thingamabobby. It should be a little eye with a circle. You can click on it and watch it. I touched on the fact that when I was growing up, I always wanted to be a singer. And I was obsessed with Tata Vega, and my favorite song as a little girl, which still is my favorite song to this day, but it started when I was like 3 years old. My favorite song is You Brought the Sunshine by the Clark Sisters. So, fast forward, I get home and I'm so excited, and it's around my birthday, and I'm just like, wow, I wonder when we're going to start rehearsing, and what's, da-da-da. So, the choir director and, person putting together all the singers calls and, give me more details, and this is a few days later. And I just happened to ask him, he was giving me, rehearsal times and whatever, and I said, great. And I knew we had to go into the studio to record the background vocals for the song. That's what you do when you do TV. You record the background vocals first, and, you also sing over them live when you actually do the actual whatever it is to do on television. So I knew we had to go in the studio, and we were going to Capitol Records, and I was just like, oh, you know, just excited to, actually I passed by it, you know, living in Hollywood, I passed by it all the time. So I was happy to go inside and record it in such a legendary studio. And I just happened to ask, you know, who are we performing behind, you know? And he said, oh, you know, this person, that person, and you know, the Clark sisters. And mind you, that year they were nominated for, goodness, I'll insert a pic of their album cover. But I know specifically they were nominated for the song Blessed and Highly Favored. And I thought, well, of course we'll be singing Blessed and Highly Favored probably. I'm guessing we're gonna sing what they're nominated. The song that they're nominated for. And so I said, well, what are, you know, do you know what we're singing with the Clark sisters? We're doing, you know, Blessed and Highly Favored? He said, no, we're doing You Brought the Sunshine. So at this particular point, I'm feeling completely just like, wait a minute, wait, what? We're doing You Brought the Sunshine? Like, that's my favorite song in the world. And, you know, he laughs and is that, well, that's what, you know, among the other songs that we're doing with other artists, that's what we're doing. I said, okay. So fast forward, you know, we're at Capitol Records recording the background vocals to You Brought the Sunshine. And I'm under the mic and I'm singing the song and I'm just having this moment of like, Ava, don't cry. Keep it together. Yes, God is good. Keep it together. And I'm just like, wow, look at God. It wasn't enough to just, you know, what seemed like at the very last moment, you know, because I saw the commercials running for the Grammy, so I assumed, you know, all is in cement. It's just not going to be my year. But he wouldn't let me think like that, stop me in my tracks of that thought and said, hold on, sister girl. And so it's not just enough, I would have been a seat filler. Like I was just, I don't know why I put my foot down, like that particular year was going to be my year to go to the Grammys. I didn't care how I got there, I didn't care what I was doing. But to be able to go in a professional manner and use my gift and sing, and now we're singing behind the Clark sisters, who like my fave, and now we're singing You Brought the Sunshine, which has been my favorite song since I was 3 years old. I was completely overwhelmed in a good way, in a great way, and I'm learning just as life goes on how to familiarize myself with those moments of being completely overwhelmed with the good stuff, you know, and being able to handle God's barrage of blessings. And you know, it's easy to feel like a pro and to be able to take life on the chin when it comes down to the negative things or the bad things. Like, oh, I've been through a whole bunch. Like, you know, if it's bad, I know how to handle it. But I'm really starting to get used to the good stuff, you know, the overwhelming amount of blessings, and being able to emotionally metabolize them and, you know, not freak out. So, yeah, fast forward, Grammy Day. We are there, and with TV it's a lot of hurry up and wait, but we're there and we're standing around because we're getting ready to go ahead and do camera blocking and rehearse. And I'm looking at the stage and I'm like, who is that rehearsing? You know, I'm like, you know, who is that getting ready to rehearse? Who is that? And I'm like, she's beautiful and I love her haircut. And it was Rihanna. And I got to see her rehearsal and I was obsessed with her haircut. It was when she first cut her hair and I was like, I'm cutting my hair off. And I did. I lopped it off. And actually got it cut by the man who cut her hair. So that was nice. Oh, I did not mention, we were actually also singing behind Aretha Franklin. Huge deal. Okay, we're singing behind Aretha Franklin. It was a great time. It was a great time. I believe we sang behind Aretha Franklin, BB Winans. They did a duet. Israel Houghton. Of course, the Clark sisters. I was blessed enough to be able to perform twice. So we did the gospel portion of the Grammys and then came back and did a Beatles tribute, which was really great and so much fun. I love doing TV and I love singing and performing. So this was one of the highlights of my life. You know, got to watch, you know, Beyonce and Tina Turner do their thing. It was the year that they did all the duets for the 50th anniversary. And, you know, backstage, and we're like, why is it so hot? Because Aretha Franklin is so Aretha Franklin. It's so huge. She has like 90,000 Grammys that, you know, she dictates the temperature of the Staples Center. So she told the Staples Center to turn the air off because she does not sing in air conditioning. So we were a little hot, but it was worth it. We love Aretha. She's earned it, right? So one of my favorite, probably, well, two. One, I got to actually meet the Clark sisters, and I got to talk to Twinkie, who wrote You Brought the Sunshine, and tell her, like, you know, if I had one song to listen to for the rest of my life, that's the one that would be it. And so that was great to be able to tell her that. And I remember a lot of people had left, you know, like they performed and left. And I was there just chilling in the skybox, watching the show. And I remember Amy Winehouse won like 5 Grammys, and I was so happy for her. And so at this point, my ex had come to pick me up, and the talent, I don't know what you call them, talent coordinators maybe, came to walk me out and, you know, walk me to the parking lot. They're really good about keeping people on you to help you with anything and, you know, take you where you need to be. So I'm walking out of like one of the skybox rooms, and as I'm walking out, I see Stevie Wonder walking into his green room. I don't know what happened. Something took over me, and just, you know, it was involuntary, honestly. Like, I love Stevie Wonder. He's my absolute favorite. I think he is like the earthly father of all music. Like, he is music. It's you know, every gift and talent that the rest of us have and that all of our favorites have all started with him. And I believe they're, you know, the leftovers that trickled down from heaven. That's what every other musician and every other singer uses, because Stevie he's Stevie, okay? He's the best, in my opinion. He's the father of our song lyrics. He's the best, period. It all starts with Stevie. So involuntarily, all of a sudden, I just yell out, I love Golden Lady! Okay? And he stops and he said, who said that? And I said, me. And he said, come here, me. And so he just was the nicest, sweetest, most gracious. He put his arm around me and held me. We had this whole conversation. He said, so you love Golden Lady, huh? And I said, yeah, it's my favorite Stevie Wonder song. And he was, you know, he asked me how did I enjoy the Grammys, and I told him. We went to the same church, which is West Angeles, Church of God in Christ. And he said, well, next time you see me in church, come and say hi. I said, I will. I haven't yet because it's Stevie. And, you know, he was saying, is this your first Grammys? I said, yeah. And he said, wow, it was really good. And, you know, we're talking about that. And the whole time I'm like snuggled up in Stevie Wonder's arms having this conversation. He asked me when my birthday was, and I told him it just passed on the 4th. And he said, well, happy birthday, Ava. And I said, thank you. He gave me a kiss on the cheek and a kiss on the forehead. I swore I would never wash this side of my face again. That was the best part, I have to say. I love performing. I loved all the whole thing. The two best parts for me, being able to sing You Brought the Sunshine, and because that was just like whipped cream. That was like icing on the cake, like God saying, look at what your faith did. And, but, you know, leaving and being able to have an entire conversation with Stevie Wonder, personable conversation, as I am like snuggled, you know, on his chest. That was one of the most beautiful moments of my entire life. And anybody that knows me knows I'm quite obsessed with Stevie Wonder, so that did it for me. So, that is my Grammy story. And, you know, I met my ex in the parking lot, and I was like trembling and like, oh my God, I met Stevie Wonder. I'll never wash my hands again. Oh, he held my hand and he kissed my dick, you know. I totally, hello here. Totally fanned out. And I don't fan out over everybody. I really don't. I have select few. But I'm grateful for those involuntary kind of outer body experiences that push me to meet people, because when I see, you know, working in the music industry, you see a lot of different celebrities and a lot of different people, and, you know, I'm just like, you know, oh, hey, cool. And I don't ever want to bother anybody, so I'm happy for that force that just like smacked me and I love Golden Lady kind of popped out. So I'll leave a link to the song. Actually, I'll leave a link to the two songs, to Golden Lady, which is my favorite Stevie Wonder song, and You Brought the Sunshine by the Clark Sisters, which is my favorite song of all time. So, which, ironically, was inspired by Stevie Wonder's Master Blaster Jammin. So, in any case, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed watching the Grammys, or being at the Grammys this year, coming up on Sunday. And yeah, leave your favorite Grammy moments and things of that nature below in the comments. I know one of my favorites came from that night, performance-wise, which was Rihanna and Moore's Day in the Time. Oh, I love that. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Another all-time favorite Grammy moment, Michael Jackson, of course, when he did Man in the Mirror, and he was with the Andre Crouch singers, and yeah. So another one, Mariah Carey, 2010 maybe? I'm not sure. What year was it? 2000? No, I'm kidding. Not 2010. Mariah Carey, 2005, I think. 2005 Grammys, when she did Fly Like a Bird. Somebody, anybody. That is probably her best performance to date, period. That transcended a performance. That was a moment. That was a Grammy moment. Like, wow. One of the most beautiful performances I've seen. So, and definitely my favorite Mariah Carey performance. So, tell me what your favorite Grammy performances are, and your favorite Grammy moments. Tell me what they are. Aretha Franklin singing the opera song. So many to choose from. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm trying to become a more consistent vlogger. I am working through just, you know, transitioning in life in a lot of ways. And once I get more stable, the vlogs will start coming out a little more. But thank you for all of my subscribers and supporters. I love you, and I'm always praying for you. So,